that you can have an extremely physically beautiful woman who is not sexually attractive, and you can have a woman who's not extremely beautiful who is very sexually attractive. Like those two things, I think most men just couple them in their brains, and they don't critically think about that. And so they'll see a hot 19-year-old and their just immediate assumption is like, she's hot, I want to fuck her. And it's, they haven't thought through that process anymore yet. And to the point where they would have the emotional, I mean, it is essentially emotional maturity that we're talking about, of like realizing that, you know, sexualization is like almost the most primitive form of evaluating a person or seeing somebody. And when you open yourself up to kind of these more emotional levels, and the different dynamics that play out between two people, that you can actually lose attractiveness. I remember when I was like, because I worked with a lot of those guys, you know, 45-year-olds who wanted to date 20-year-olds. I never really got it. But I remember when I was like 28 or 29, I went on a date with a 19-year-old. And I couldn't get through the date. I was like, I'm with a child. Like she is literally a child. And like, there's nothing for us to talk about. There's nothing interesting going on in her life. Like, why am I here?
I feel that even when I have therapy clients, so when I have like a 21-year-old might come to me, and I almost feel guilty because I'm like, I'm getting impatient with this conversation and I'm treating you like a child when really you're coming to me for help. But because their inability to kind of complete their sentences or know their thoughts is totally what should be happening at their age. But I'm coming at it as a lens as an adult. So I can't imagine being able to sexualize somebody that you know is still so early in their development of intelligence. And I'll get men who will come to me and say, oh, my ex-wife was a narcissist. She was so terrible. I want you to kind of work with my daughter. I don't want her to grow up like her mum. Please work with my daughter. And I'll work with their daughter, and she'll be like a 16-year-old. And she says, my dad is currently dating a 21-year-old and he's 56. And that's making me uncomfortable. So they somehow have not taken any accountability for the selection process. They still have that poor selection and then wonder why the women that they're selecting are becoming narcissistic. Is because they can see that you desire only one trait of them and you don't genuinely care about them. You only care about what they add to your status. So as a woman, she should exploit you because you're exploiting her. So she should financially exploit you, but they want her to be dedicated to him while he is utilizing her for his own status and gain. So I just think if you're a 19-year-old using and abusing a 44-year-old, good for you, because he's doing the same to you. But but he thinks he's sincere and genuine.